Okay, both ears are done. They're as hard as a rock, looking beautiful. So that Bondo, I worked at Bondo. They've been drying for probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. They're rock hard right now. If you like to, you can let them set up another 20 minutes, half hour. That won't hurt, but at this point they're pretty much ready to go. So what we need to do now is just build up this ear butt section. And I'm just going to cut a little bit of this. Got a little bit extra here as far as the Bondo goes. Now, this is wet potter's clay. You can use critter clay for this as well. But what you can do here, we're just going to make some ear butts. And it's going to be hard to see, but all I'm doing is I'm pushing this into the ear, underneath the ear canal, to make some ear butts here, or meat around the ear canals, if you will. So, okay, I'll show you here in a second what I mean. Okay, they don't have to be huge, but you want to put some meat around these ears. So, okay, I'm going to grab the other one. Do the same thing. And I'll show you what we're talking about here in a minute. Roll this back a little bit. And then we're also going to put some clay in the ear canals on the form. So the holes that we put into the form were so that the ears can sit naturally in there. So just going to model this clay. Okay, you want to make sure both of them have about the same amount of clay. You won't be able to see too much here, but you can see what I've been doing here. Okay, the nose will be sitting in there, but those will have clay around them as well. So, okay, you need to do this from the inside first, and then I'll show you here from the outside. Okay, let's push these ears out now. Okay, so okay, there we go. Just giving it some meat, if you will, to the ears. Okay. Okay. There we go. So that's done. Really nice ears. And once these ears are fluffed up, they'll look even better. So, okay. That's that. Okay, now what we need to do is put some clay in here. Like I said, we need to fill these up now. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a clay to clay juncture here, and that's why I wasn't so concerned about the rough edges, because this will smooth right out here with the clay. Okay. And the great thing about these mounting stands, I got this one from Mackenzie. It's about $130, brand new. So, great thing about it, you can rotate it whatever way you want, up, down, I mean, sideways. I mean, that's great. Okay, so I'm putting clay into this ear canal. And what's going to happen is when we finally get this ear in position, the clay to clay will stick. Clay to clay junction will stick. Okay? So that's that. You can use potter's clay. 25 pounds of potter's clay is probably about $15, $20 versus the critter clay that you're going to use around the eyes and all that. That is probably 4 times as much money, and really all we need is a fill for the ears. So this critter clay here is about $16 for a 5-pound box. So quite a difference there in the price. So this stuff here is the best. Hardly no shrinkage, and that's what we want to use when we're sculpting our eyes. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to set our eyes and sculpt them. Then after that, we'll put the high paste on. We'll be ready to go for a mountain here. So here we go. All right. Just looking for a couple of my things here. Need my critter clay. And with the critter clay, I'm going to grab one of these eyes at a time and just seed them. So I'm going to put clay into the back here, and I already pre-fitted them, so okay. And it goes hard against the back of this form. Just like so. These eyes are very expensive. They're competition eyes. They're about $25 a pair, so that's why I'm taking my time and just grabbing one eye at a time, because guess what? They're glass. Okay, so same thing with this eye here. Hard against the back of the form. Beautiful, beautiful eyes. Okay, hard against the back of the form. Okay, that's, both eyes are seated now. Okay. Okay. Now, looking for my little flashlight here. Okay. And what you can do, you can grab a wad of critter clay. If this is way too much, you can always put it right back. Okay. What I like to do is grab a few things. It's just water. Okay. Now this bear is going to come back to life right before your eyes. So, okay. Hopefully my camera girl could zoom in here well. And I'm just going to spray these eyes down. Okay, those are perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, this is an eye reference tool here, okay? And I've mounted quite a few bears, but if you're not sure exactly what goes where, this is a great reference tool to have. So, at this point, you could set it right on his head. He won't mind. Alright, so, I usually start with the upper brow, like so, and make the upper brow. Then you can do the upper brow on the other side, just like so. What you do to one side, you want to do to the other, okay? Just like so. Okay, there's the upper brow, okay? You can see Alan Stansel, I believe is his name, did a beautiful job. Did a beautiful job with all the swell, and really, really nice. But I'm going to put a little bit here on the top as well. Just going to build that up here a little bit. Okay, you can see that. And then what we're going to do is spray it down. You can see how this thing's coming to life right before your eyes. Okay, so pinch that thing off. Okay, like so. And the upper brow area, we're going to build that up. It's like so. Now, again, if you're not sure where everything goes, make sure you have some good reference right here. This is excellent reference material. And when we pull this hide over it, you know, it may mess things up a little bit. Need a little bit more on the bottom here. Wherever there's skin going to be resting against the clay here, we need a little bit. So I'm just going to blend this out just a little bit more. Okay, just like so. And I'll show you here in a second what we're going to do. Just a little bit more. Just like so. Because bears have a pretty meaty looking face to them. Okay, so now you do a little bit of water. It goes a long ways here. And just going to smooth everything out here where it goes. Look how beautiful that is. Now, there's also another tool I'm going to introduce you to. It's called an eye tool. And I use this tool on all my black bears because black bears have little itty bitty eyes. You can see this tool here. Left for the left eye, right for the right eye. And what they mean by that is the bear's left and the bear's right eye, not your right eye. And anyways, this is the left eye, this is the bear's left eye. So what we're going to do is just put this tool to it. And you can see how they have this squinty, droopy looking eye to them. Okay? Beautiful. It's like so. Just keeps you on track. Okay? It's not perfect, again. Once we put this skin on, this eye is probably going to be moving here. So but that's okay. Okay. There we go. Just kind of sort of in position there. That's what we're looking for. Need just a pinch more here on this side. See, just a pinch right here. It's missing. Okay, just to fill that out. Okay, now, before we put our hide paste on there, any imperfections you see, we want to fill in. Like this right here, you probably can't even see it, but it's actually, when I bondoed it, it was a little short there on bondo. So any imperfection like that, we're just going to blend it like so. And this will give it a meaty look to it as well. So just like so. Basically patching it up, if you will. So you see a little gap like this, there's a gap there. We don't want that gap. So fill the gap in with this good clay. Just like so. So now there's no gap there. And I'm just going to blend that bottom out as well. And you see a little bit of gap right here, right on the bridge of this nose. There's a little tiny gap right there. And then I'm just going to keep this going here so it has the same type of consistency. Right like this. Okay. And also what we'll do, once we tuck it, we'll put a little bit of clay under here. And I'm going to give them this pouty looking face to them. I want them very docile. I don't want him aggressive looking. So, okay. Now, what we do, the fun part, you want to put hide paste on them. And the hide paste is what's going to stick this skin to the form. Okay, so that's what we're doing next. What you want to try to do is make sure you close your critter clay up. Okay. Okay. Now this hide paste here is a little bit on the soupy end, but we don't need very much. We just need enough to make a slick surface. So I'm going to put about 1/8 of an inch of hide paste all over this thing. If you don't have hide paste at this point, you're not going to get your skin over it. So it's pretty simple. That's basically what it amounts to. So don't worry about the eyes. It'll wash right off if you need it to. But all over this mannequin here, we want to have some hide paste. Not on the artificial nose. We don't need any hide paste there. Okay, but the rest of it, and you can see what I'm doing. I'm keeping a bucket in place here, so if I have extra, it'll run off into the bucket, not onto your floor, hopefully. So, okay, and right here in the neck area, same thing. If you do happen to get some on your floor, it's water soluble, so it'll wash off very easy. Okay, a little bit here in the chest area. And this skin is tubed, so it'll slide on just like a sock. But like I said, it's very important that you have hide paste all over this thing, so it will slide. So that's the important part, all over this thing. So I'm just going to take a minute here and make sure we go over them. And the hide paste is actually going to make the skin real slick as well. So, alright, there we go. That should be good. See, there's hide paste all over this thing. I'm going to put a little bit more back here. I typically make my hide paste a little bit thicker, but I was running a little low, so I had to thin it out a bit, but it's very, very sticky. So, okay, now at this point, what you want to do is just reinvert your glove and throw this out, because if you don't, it'll wind up somewhere you don't need it. So we'll put it right there. Okay. Now, the moment you all been waiting for. Seems like it takes forever, but sometimes. But now what we do is we're going to put our skin on the form here for the last time. And what I do a lot of times here with bears is I pre-stretch it around the head area, okay? And what you're going to do is, of course, you're going to line it up exactly how it goes. But what we can do, once you find out where it goes, is kind of reinvert it. Okay, just like so. Because what I'm trying to do is gingerly put this on here, and I'm trying not to disrupt my clay work that I did around the eyes and all that area. So trying not to. Trying is the operative word, I guess. What we want to do is lay our skin down, and he's all discombobulated here. I thought I had it on there right, but here we go. Let me just twist this. Okay, that's all right. I thought I had it on there right, but I guess it twisted at the last second here. So what we'll do is just carefully twist it the way it goes, like so. Okay, that's looking better. And here, don't freak out if you get hide paste on your skin, because guess what? It's going to happen. It just did to me. So, but that's okay. Let's get the skin in position. And like I said, this is water based and water soluble. So, okay, we want to do taxi this back where it needs to go. You could see it needs to go back quite a bit here. So there's another tool that we can use. Might help us out. It's a high stretching tool, like this. It's got these teeth on it, and it really grabs onto that skin and helps you move it. So, all right, gonna keep going back with this. Like I said, try not to panic and get into a big old fired up mess right here. Just try to take your time and calm yourself down, because you know it'll go together. And at this point, this bear's got plenty of time. So here's my inner eye. It's going to take adjustments, like so. Okay, it's getting there. Okay. This hide stretching tool works really well. Starting to look like a bear. Okay. Feeling for the ear canal, which my ear canal is right there. Okay. It's not a good practice to point this tool towards you, because it's very sharp. Not a good practice. I just want to move this skin where I need to go here. So there we go. It's getting there. And this bear does have some wrinkles in that neck here. It's actually warm down here for me. But okay, you can see that neck. You don't ever want your deer or bear or anything to be very tight looking. Okay. As far as the skin goes. Okay, all right. But what I'm saying is, if you have a bear that its neck circumference is, say, 20 inches, you don't want to order a 22-inch form and try to just make it fit. If you have a bear that's 20 inches, you want to order a 20-inch form, or maybe even a 19-inch form. So, okay. I feel the ear canal right here, right there, and the ear right here. I'm feeling it through the skin. I'm feeling for that clay, which is actually right here. And this isn't our final position by any means, but I'm just trying to feel for my clay indentations. And again, just anchoring it a little bit. But I want this bear to look very docile, and his hair is pretty slicked back right now. So, okay. What I want to do is line up the head here first, and then I'm going to flip it up and line up. I'm going to line up the brisket. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm looking for my glass eye. I'm not going to tuck it just yet, but I'm just looking in here. Here's my eye right here. Just trying to line them up still, okay? And again, you don't have to hurry at this point. We just want to line everything up properly how it goes. Okay? There's that. And then do the same on this eye here, okay? Here's my glass eye is right there, okay? So you could see slowly but surely he's taking effect, taking shape. If you do move the skin, don't grab a couple hairs and pull, because guess what? More than likely you'll just yank the hairs out. Okay, try to move sections of skin like that. Okay, it's getting there in position. Okay. Trying to sweat back here. Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is, what's nice about this stand here, I want to flip it up like this. Okay. Now, believe it or not, bears' armpits are kind of hard to find, but I found them. Why? Because we took our time and we lined this thing up. That's why. And okay, you can see we have plenty of hide paste here. Okay, what I'm going to do so we can make this bear look even bigger is we need to staple the brisket area first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to milk as much skin as I can in this brisket area. That's the armpit area here, okay? It's indicative to the lighter area here, you can see. That's the armpit. And the armpit is going to fall in right there. Right in the armpit area, okay? So that's the armpit. And what I'm doing is I'm squeaking the extra hide up. The more hide we have here, the fluffier it'll be. And it'll make it look bigger. So, okay, here's the other armpit right here. You can tell the difference if you look at it, because it's a lot lighter here as far as that goes. Okay, so I'm just lining them up right now. Okay, here's my two armpits right here. Okay, right there. There's that armpit, and here's the other armpit. Okay, now traditionally you would have a backboard on this whole mannequin, but this one here is a pedestal mount. This here is a power shot. So what I'm going to do I'll just have the power shot there for a second. But I want to get my tucking tool. Okay. And what I did was, if you can see this, what I did was I put a slot all the way around here. Okay. So this is going to have a natural black leather backing to it. So what I want to do is just kind of tuck this skin where it goes. Okay. Like so. Okay. Now, there's that. I'm going to see if I can shoot a couple staples. This foam is very, very dense, so they might actually hold. So that would be great if they do hold. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I wanted to line that armpit area up there first. Okay. Now, we do have plenty of skin here. What I'm going to do is pull this out a little bit, like so. You can see our skin is not 100% in alignment yet, so that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough skin, which we do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squeak this forward a little bit. Alright, so squeak this skin forward. Okay, again, it's going to make them look bigger. It's a big bear as it is, but squeaking the skin forward. Okay, just like so. Okay, now let's see if we can staple this. You always got to make sure you have bullets. Okay. Make sure you don't staple your hand to this form. That would be pretty bad. Okay. Okay. I am really surprised. I'm actually impressed about this. This form is so dense. It's almost like wood. Sometimes you get forms and they're very, very soft. So this right here, I'm just going to try to trim this extra, like so. Okay. And if you need a patch or whatever, we'll keep this extra skin here. If we need a patch or whatever, we could patch it up. Because if we need a patch, then this is the original bear it came from. So that's what you want to use. Now, if this does not work as far as stapling it, there's other ways you could do, which I made that slot. We could tuck that into that slot. So, okay. See, I'm kind of short in the back area here, so I might wind up using a little bit of that hair. Just trying to line things up here. This bear really looks like he had a bad night, went drinking or something. Had a rough night there, but we're going to fix him up here. Alright. Maybe he was drinking a little too much honey whiskey. Okay. I'm going to squeak this forward here again a little bit. That's your face. Now this is the backboard, so I know it's going to stay here because you can see that's really hard. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now, we have this area here. What's good about this is we can just turn it where we want. And I'm just going to see what we got here. What I'm going to do is squeak some of this hair forward again. And right there. Okay. Now, there's that backboard right there again. So what we can do is, I have plenty of skin here, so I'm going to cut this extra skin here. Extra there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to staple this area up right here. Okay. Now I could leave this actually for about a week or so. This is all backboard. Okay. What I mean by that, I'll show you that in a second. Is the mounting stand has a piece of metal back here, and you don't want your skin to mold around your metal and then you can't get it off. So that's what I meant by that. Okay, beautiful. Starting to take shape. All right, now what we're going to do, so we can line some things up here, I'm going to get the shop vac. So you can grab that. Shop vac here. Okay, this might get a little loud, but very, very important to fluff them up as much as you can. So here we go. Turn this on. Watch how this thing brings this bear back to life. Beautiful. And again, if we have high pace, we can wipe that off real quick. So. Now's the time you want to blow the ears out and make them all fluffy again. Okay. There you go. This is where taxidermy really, you start to get excited about the hair or what you're working on, because we'll start to take shape here pretty quick. Again, we can move these ears wherever we want. We have got that freedom to do that. Some Taxidermy Magic, or Mackenzie calls it Cowboy Magic Spray. Look at that. That'll bring a beautiful luster to them. Just wet them down a little bit. Watch this thing come to life. And it smells really good. Okay. We'll give a nice luster to that fur. Alright, just like so. At this point, you want to make sure you have all that hide paste off your hands. And you can see how this ear is drooping now. I'm not worried about it because I'm going to move it exactly where I want it. Look at that. Just brings that skin back to life with that Taxidermy magic. I'll blow them out here. Look at that. Just move it around. And it might take 2, 3, 4 days of fluffing it, and this bear will really look good. So, everything's got to dry. Okay, there we go. Game Slayer hunting black bear. Mike Lerner is the CEO, president, inventor of Game Slayer, Real Cat. Really nice. If you're an archer, you got to get a Real Cat. Really, really good stuff. Okay, here we go. That bear, let's come to life. A little bit more on the head. It's going to help me line things up here. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful bear. Just going to fluff this area just for a minute. Look at that. Really coming to life here. Out. This whole thing needs to be nice and fluffy, just like it is in the natural when he's alive. So these ears came out beautiful. You want to show them off. That's all. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Look at that there. Beautiful black bear. We haven't even tucked the eyes yet. Okay. You get the idea. I want to tuck the eyes and tuck the lip line and all that next. Okay. Turn this thing off. Quite loud. Okay. We're not done fluffing them by any means, like I said. So, and we're not done positioning them. I want this bear to look very, very docile, very gentle. So, okay. Now, we could go any way we want to here. We can tuck the eyes. We can tuck the lip line, whatever we want to do here. I'm going to elect to tuck the lip line here first, and then we can see here all this extra skin that's going to have to go around this artificial nose. And once it's dry and blended, you won't be able to tell that's an artificial nose. There's no way you'll be able to tell. So, okay. What we'll do, we'll grab a couple tools. What I like to do is grab a chair or something and put my tools where I have it handy. The stuff I'm going to need right away. Around the eyes, I want to spray them down. Okay, so we can work on them. Lip line. And the one thing we do need, I do need a little bit of clay under there, and maybe a little pinch of hide paste. So Okay, what we're going to do, just to build up the meat here that was in his chin pad, I'm going to plump it up here like this. Give him a really nice chin pad here, okay? And what we could do, if we get messy here, we'll have to wipe our hands off again. I'm just going to take some of this. Carefully place a whole bunch of it down in the back here, okay? We're going to work that. Okay, we got our high paste in there. Okay, beautiful. My hands have high paste on it. Take a second and wipe your hands off. At this point, we're trying to keep the bear clean at this point. So, okay, here we go. What we can do now is start tucking our skin. And if you're not sure where everything goes, just get some reference. But what I like to do is tuck the back corners first. I'm going to put a little bit of clay here in the back corner on both sides for the swell. That's in the back here. Okay, taking a flat tucking tool right here. And where are we going to start? Well, we're going to start at the back corner, right? Okay, here we go. Back corner gets tucked into the back corner. no big secret there. All right. Now, if you have too much hide, your lip skin, you have too much, just don't be afraid to trim that off. Same thing here, back corner, tucking that in. Okay. Now, what we need to do is, I like to anchor this front area where it needs to go. Like this. But if you remember correctly, it's quite hard right there. So we might have to actually super glue that in there. Okay, so we got our back corners tucked in here. Now we need to tuck the rest of our skin here into this. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's tucked in real nice. There we go. And again, tomorrow, I'm going to go over this thing and make sure everything's tucked in there just nice. Real nice. Okay. Same thing here on the top. Just following that outline there that we did. Okay. Now, we're going to center our chin pad here, which it has a black stripe down the middle. Okay, I'm going to center that, and we're going to tuck that in. Okay, now we need to tuck the rest of the skin in here. Beautiful. That's what we want. And like I said, we might have to work on this a little bit here because there's nothing to really tuck to on the front. So, because we bondoed it to attach our nose. So, okay. Just going to keep rolling this in. That. said, we might have a hard time tucking this in here. Okay, it's okay. So what I might wind up doing is actually cutting that off and super gluing it in place there. So, but I'll just get it as good as I can right now, and you have plenty of time to work on this. I'm just trying to get this thing pretty much lined up and tucked in. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so there we go. If you see a little extra high paste, just hit it with some water. Not a big deal. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, start tucking the eyes. Okay? So, if you're not sure how your eye should go, then you can use your reference here and see kind of what we're looking at. This is going to be a very rough tuck right now. So I'm opening up this eye, the inner eye skin here, okay? And I'm going to start rolling this back in where it goes. There's the front corner of the eye. Okay, my front corner of the eye tucked in. Now, in theory, take this skin. It's going to go to the back corner of the eye, and then tuck that in. Then we're going to tuck in down here.